1908. A car cost more than most people earned in 2 years. Only the ultra-wealthy could afford one. Then one man did something impossible. He took a luxury product and made it so cheap that his own factory workers could buy it. Henry Ford. He didn't invent the car, but what he did invent changed every factory, every industry, every product you use today. This is how one assembly line revolutionized the entire world. Before we start, here's something shocking. Ford's assembly line didn't just make cars faster, it made them 8 times faster. 12 hours to build a car became 90 minutes. That's not improvement, that's revolution. So how did he do it? Early 1900s America. Most people had never ridden in a car. Transportation meant horses, slow, dirty, unreliable. Trains, expensive, fixed routes. Walking for most people. Cars existed, but they were handcrafted machines. A team of skilled workers assembled every single part, one vehicle at a time. The 1907 price of an average car, $2,000 to $3,000. The average worker's annual salary, $750. Do the math. Cars were for the 1%. Doctors, lawyers, business owners, everyone else, keep walking. But Henry Ford looked at this and saw an opportunity everyone else missed. 1903. Henry Ford starts the Ford Motor Company. His partners want luxury vehicles, high margins, wealthy buyers. Ford says no. I will build a motor car for the great multitude. His partners think he's crazy. But Ford sees something they don't. If you could make cars cheap enough, millions of people would buy them. The market wasn't 10,000 rich Americans. It was 100 million working Americans. 1908, he launches the Model T. Simple, durable, affordable, price $825. Still expensive, but better. It immediately sells like crazy. Problem? Ford's factory can't keep up. Orders are pouring in, but production is crawling. He needs a radical solution. 1913, Highland Park, Michigan. Ford's engineers have an idea. What if, instead of workers walking around the factory to build cars, the cars moved through the factory instead? They studied slaughterhouses. Yes, meatpacking plants. In those facilities, animal carcasses moved on hooks, while workers performed one specific cut over and over. Brutal, but efficient. Ford applies the same logic to manufacturing. The moving assembly line is born. Here's how it worked. The car frame starts at one end. Worker 1 installs the engine. Worker 2 attaches the wheels. Worker 3 adds the doors. Worker 4 bolts the seats. Each person does one job over and over. As the car slowly rolls past, no walking around, no searching for parts, no wasted movement, pure mechanical efficiency. The result? Time to build one Model T before 12 hours 8 minutes, after 1 hour 33 minutes, not 10% faster, not 50% faster, 8 times faster. The manufacturing world had never seen anything like it. When production time drops 8 times, production costs drop too. 1908, Model T price $825. 1916, Model T price $360. Ford cut the price by more than half. Now think about what that means. Suddenly, middle-class Americans can afford cars, teachers, factory workers, farmers. For the first time in history, car ownership becomes normal. And when millions of people start driving, everything changes. Roads get paved, gas stations appear, suburban neighborhoods are born, drive-in restaurants open, roadside motels pop up, auto repair shops everywhere. Entire industries are created, all because of one manufacturing innovation. Ford didn't just sell cars, he accidentally created the highway system, suburban America, the oil industry boom, the modern road trip, all because he figured out how to make things faster. January 5th, 1914. Ford makes an announcement that shocks the business world. He's doubling factory wages from $2.50 per day to $5 per day. Newspaper headlines scream, "Ford to give $10 million to his employees." Business owners call him a socialist, an idiot. He'll bankrupt himself. But Ford understood something brilliant. His workers were living paycheck to paycheck. They couldn't afford the cars they built. But at $5 a day, a Ford factory worker could save up and buy a Model T in about 4 months. His employees became his customers. Genius. But there was another reason. Assembly line work was brutal, repetitive, monotonous, mind-numbing. Worker turnover was 370% per year. Ford was hiring and training constantly. The $5 wage solved that too. Suddenly everyone wanted to work at Ford. He got the best workers, and they stayed. Smart business disguised as generosity. But Ford's system had a cost. Assembly line work was soul-crushing. Workers performed the same motion thousands of times every single day. Install bolt, tighten, move on. Install bolt, tighten, move on. Hour after hour, year after year. Charlie Chaplin's film Modern Times mocked this dehumanizing system. Workers became machines themselves, and Ford himself, he became increasingly authoritarian, anti-union, controlling. Later in life, controversially anti-Semitic. His personal legacy is complicated, but his manufacturing legacy? Undeniable. Every factory in the world copied his system. Ford's assembly line didn't stay in Detroit. It spread everywhere. 1920s, every car company adopts it. 1940s, war factories use it. Planes, tanks, weapons. 1950s, consumer goods explode. TVS, refrigerators. 1970s, Japan perfects it. Toyota production system. 2000s, China becomes the world's factory. Today, your smartphone was assembled on a line inspired by Ford's 1913 innovation, your laptop, your clothes, your furniture. Mass production is everywhere, and it all traces back to one factory in Michigan over 110 years ago. Ford proved something revolutionary. You don't get rich by selling expensive things to a few people. You get rich by selling cheap things to everyone. Amazon learned this, Walmart learned this, every successful company learns this. Make it fast, cheap, scalable. That's Ford's legacy. If you want to understand how industries are built, how systems scale, and how one idea can change the world, you're in the right place. This is Wealth Origins TV, where we break down the stories behind the companies, the innovators, and the systems that shaped modern business. Hit subscribe.